Good morning, cadets. We have been discussing sample question paper, and this is the last session on the sample question paper released by CBSE. And we have been discussing the questions on literature section. Now let us discuss the questions. Read the given extract to attempt questions that follow. So at first let's read the extract. He said I was unhappy. That made my wife kind of mad, but he explained that he meant the modern world is full of insecurity, fear, war, worry, and all the rest of it, and that I just want to escape. Well, who doesn't? Everybody I know wants to escape, but they don't wander down into any third level at Grand Central Station. But that's the reason, he said, and my friends all agreed. Everything points to it, they claimed. My stamp collecting, for example, that's a temporary refuge from reality. Well, maybe, but my grandfather didn't need any refuge from reality. So it's quite clear that this extract is from the book Vistas, and the title of the chapter is Third Level. So, Third Level is the first chapter in non detailed textbook Vistas. So, this extract is from the story The Third Level. Now, Charlie is very unhappy, and here it's why he feels that he has come across the third level because this modern world is full of insecurity, fear, war, and worry. So let's discuss the questions on this extract. Question number 46. Why did Sam's verdict make Charlie's wife mad? Now, what is the verdict of Sam? Sam said that he was facing what? Psychiatric problem. He was mentally ill. And why is it so? So that made my wife kind of mad. So actually, he was having that problem because Sam explained that he meant the modern world is full of insecurity, fear, war, worry. And that is the reason everybody wants to escape from the reality. So really it doesn't exist. And everybody I know wants to escape. So everybody is trying to escape from reality. But that doesn't mean that everybody comes across third level. And that's the reason I said, and my friends all agreed. Everything is pointing to that. I hope it's quite clear to you. It made it difficult for her to accept that Charlie would consult a psychiatrist. It seemed to suggest to her that she was the cause of Charlie's unhappiness. It made her aware of Charlie's delicate state of mind. It offended her that Charlie and Sam collectively accused her. He said, I was unhappy. So, why he was unhappy? Probably it suggested that she was a cause of Charlie's unhappiness. That made my wife kind of mad. Probably she was thinking, yes. And he started explaining that this modern world is full of insecurity, fear, war, worry, and all the rest of it. So it made it difficult for her. See, once she knows that he has been facing that problem, he's trying to escape from reality. That is not true. Then she was just thinking, what is the reason for that? So that made my wife kind of mad. Maybe she was thinking that she was a cause of it. So the most appropriate, or when you look at all these options, the most appropriate will be B. It seemed to say to her that she was the cause. Probably she doesn't know what is the cause. But afterwards, he has explained that she was not the cause. Then he goes on explaining, Sam goes on explaining. So, kind of mad. I mean, she was virtually becoming mad. She was becoming crazy. She didn't know whether she was the cause of that. So, that it seemed to say to her. So, that is what kind of mad she was becoming. Okay, let's move on to question number 47 now. Sam's explanation to the reaction of Charlie's wife was dash critical, aggressive, clarifying, accusatory. So then he starts clarifying. Who starts clarifying? Sam starts clarifying. You need not worry. It's mainly because of modern world, which is full of insecurity, fear, and it's all war-like situation. Here we have been facing all that, and that is the reason why there's a lot of anxiety. People are anxious, people are worrying, and they want to escape from reality because of tension. So he was trying to clarify because Sam's wife was thinking that, yes, what she was thinking that probably she was the cause for that. Okay, let's move on to the next question, question number 48. Select the option that signifies the condition of people of the modern world. So, how is the condition of those people who are living in the modern world? Unsure. So people not very sure of all that, whatever they have been doing that, unsure, lazy. See, I think no way. Yes, the writer talks about laziness. Does he talk anyway about laziness? It's yes. The next one is offensive, very hurting. So people, modern world, the people they hurt, the condition of people as if they are very offensive, they are very hurt each other. So option A says first and third, unsure and offensive. Nowhere it talks about that. So option A, you can eliminate that. Oh, yes, unsure is fine. Unsure is fine. But offensive, hurting, that is the question there. So unsure, not very sure. So they are confused. Yes, they are confused. Unsure, it can mean they're not very confident, they're not sure, they are all confused. Yes, confused. That can be, yes. Modern world is full of fear, anxiety, worry. They don't know what is going to happen, what is going to be their future, war-like situation. Yes, they are unsure of all that. Right. So here, anxious, fourth one, worry. Yes, fourth one is right. Anxious because it is told worries and yes, they are all full of anxiety. Afraid, yes, fear. Fear is there. So fear, that's afraid. You can take up. Anxious, worry. So modern world is. Let's look at this statement there. Modern world is full of insecurity. So insecure, so that's it, unsure. So the right answer will be D. Unsure, anxious, afraid, insecurity, worry, fear. So fear, worry, and insecurity. So the right answer. So this is how you have to find the answer for this. So right answer is option D. Okay. Option D, 1, 4, and 5. Unsure, anxious, and afraid. Okay, let's go to question number 49. Select the option that displays a cause effect set. Now let's see your cause. Charlie's stamp collecting. Yes. Now Charlie's stamp collecting. Wandering into the third world. Now, so temporary refuge, but nowhere it says, see, man, why Charlie stamp collecting? Okay, that can be one of the reasons they are told. Not all, yes. Everybody wants to escape. Modern world full of. No, they want to escape. Effect, no, it can't be effect of that. Yes. Insecurity, right. Charlie is wandering into the third world, Charlie's stamp. And effect, no. Cause, because of this effect, no. It's wrong. C, you can eliminate. Cause, modern world, yes. Modern world is full of insecurity. You don't know what is going to happen. So what is happening? So that's the reason why everybody wants to escape. Everybody wants to escape because modern world is full of insecurity. So, right, so it all appears that A and D, these are the right answers, but the most appropriate answer is D. Modern world is full of it because very clearly it is told, and that is the reason. There it is given there in the passage itself that That is the reason why everybody wants to escape. So let's go to question number 50. Why didn't Charlie's yes grandfather need refuge from reality? He was too busy. So why did Charlie's grandfather need? Why he doesn't require a refuge from reality? He was too busy to bother. He had chosen to deny his reality. Yes, he lived in peaceful times. I think it's quite clear to you what must be the answer. He was a very secure person. So that time, yes, olden times or earlier times, yes, Galesburg time, people led very peaceful life. There was no need of psychiatrist. Yes, and here it's quite clear there. He lived in peaceful times. Our times have changed. So that's why a lot of worry, lot of anxiety, lot of insecurity. Let's move on to question. Yes, next question. So up to nine. So ninth, we have 10 questions now. Attempt the following. So let's go to this and this first one that is on a poem. And what is the title of the poem? The title of the poem is Keeping Quiet. So let's go to this question. In Keeping Quiet, the poet does not want the reader to confuse his advice for dash with total inactivity, experimentation, relaxation, isolation, introspection. So don't confuse. So here, what is that? What is he referring to? The poet does not want the reader to confuse his advice for dash with total inactivity. The poet says, be silent, remain silent, don't do anything. But what is he saying? His advice for, yes, what is that? He is advising for what? Isolating, experimenting, relaxation, or in. So his advice for introspection that doesn't refer to inactivity. He says you start introspecting. Ultimately, what the poet is advising us, you keep quiet and introspect. What you have been doing that, what is happening in the world, you introspect. That's what the poet is advising us. So that introspection you should not confuse. Yes, so reader should not get confused with his advice for introspection with total inactivity. So total inactivity, it amounts to death. That's what the poet says. So let's go to next question. Question number 52. On his way to school, Franz says that he had the strength to resist. And this is from the first chapter, that's the last lesson, and chose to hurry off to school. The underlined phrase is that Franz was hesitant, threatened, tempted, repentant. So Franz says that he had the strength to resist. He was on the way to school. But what? So there was a strength in him. He wanted to lead his life out, outdoors. But so he had a strength to resist. So he chose, and the underlined phrase is that Franz was what? So he was what? Hesitant, threatened, tempted, repentant. So not repentant, not threatened, hesitant and tempted there. So here, so he was tempted, but he has strength to resist. So that is suggesting that he was tempted, but he resisted. So tempted would be the right word here. So 52, what is the right answer? Tempted. So he was attracted. He wanted to, spend his time outdoors, but he resisted that. Okay. So you right. Let's go to question number 53 now. Select the suitable option for the given statements based on your reading of Law Spring. So this is from the second chapter, Law Spring. The writer notices that Saib has lost his carefree look. Saib has had to surrender his freedom for rupees 800 per month. Now here, this question, you have to have logical reasoning here. One is false. The writer notices that Saib has lost his carefree look. He sees him, with vertical. So here, one is false, but two is true. So that is it. I think here A is correct or wrong. Just think over that. Both 1 and 2 are true. B. Both 1 and 2 are true. 2 is a fact, but unrelated to 1. Saib has had to surrender his freedom for rupees 800 per month. See, he has lost his carefree look when he was a rag picker. Now he's working where? In a restaurant. He's working there in a hotel. He's, he's working there in a tea stall selling tea. Kettle is there in his hand. So here, one is the cause for two. So again wrong. So both one and two are true. That's all. We can just say that first and second both are true. So he was getting money. So that's the reason why he had to surrender his freedom. So now he was no more a master. So he was a servant there. Earlier, when he was a rag picker, he was a lord of the, yes, he was a master himself. He was totally independent, but he had lost his carefree look. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Question number 54. Select the option that lists the qualities of Douglas Trainer. So this is on deep water adventure. So all these questions which are there in ninth one, so they are all on Flamingo. So eighth, all the questions were on Vistas. Adventurous. So in Vista 5 questions, there's Flamingo 10 questions. Adventurous, generous. So qualities of Douglas Trainer now. Whether he was adventurous, that is a question there. Generous, patient, methodical, encouraging, courageous. Yes, what is the answer for this? Well, adventurous, see, adventurous. Douglas was adventurous, not the trainer. Generous, okay, first and sixth, adventurous and courageous. Trainer, courageous, and these are the qualities of Douglas, we can say. Okay, then what else? Yes, patient, yes. Third one is patient, yes, he was very patient. Douglas Trainer was very patient. And then he was very methodical, yes. Third, fourth, and fifth, encouraging. He kept on encouraging him. So patient, methodical, encouraging. So third, fourth, and fifth. So that is the right answer. B is the right option. Okay, let's move on to question number 55. The metaphor lead sky is used by Stephen Spender to bring out the image of sky high constructions in the slum. No, it's not at all. Yes, a response to death and destruction led sky. The strong dreams and aspirations. No, let that's a pessimistic view of life. Let's get a sense of hopelessness and despair. Yes, D is the right answer. Sense of hopelessness and despair led sky. Okay, not blue sky, not bright sky, not sunny day. So it's a lead sky. Bleak. Life is very bleak. Hopelessness, despair. Okay, let's go to question number 56. Sadao's servants leave his house, but none of them betrays the secret of the American POW. Select the option that explains this. So this Sadao's servants, so this is from the enemy. Sadao's servants leave his house, but none of them betrays the secret of the American POW. Select the option that explains this. The servants truly believed that they must not be a part of the household which sheltered a prisoner of war, but their love and loyalty to Saddam made them keep the secrets safe. So this is from the Vistas. So let's go to this first option where select the Sadao's servants leave his house, but none of them betrays the secret of the American POW. So they don't reveal it. Though they are left, the servants truly believe that they must not be a part of the household which sheltered a prisoner of war, but their love and loyalty to Saddam made them keep the secret safe. The servants knew that any information about the POW would result in punishment for them and their families, which is why they revealed nothing. No, it is not that. They loved them very much. Love and loyalty to Sadao. The servants were superstitious and scared with a white man on the premises. No, eliminate that. The servants did not want to incur the wrath of Dr. Sadao. That also eliminate very clearly. The answer is A. The servants truly believed that they must not be a part of the house, and they opened. If you read thoroughly, you'll understand this. So they're loyal, so they make it very clear they don't want to be a part of the household where this POW, that prisoner of war, is sheltered. Let's go to next question. Question number 57. Classify 1 to 4 as fact or opinion based on your reading of the third level. First day covers are never opened. Grand Central is growing like a tree. President Roosevelt collected stamps. Sam was Charlie's psychiatrist. So here, classify 1 to 4 as fact, opinion based on your reading. So what is fact, opinion? So go through this. A, first fact, then third, fourth, all these are facts. Only opinion is second one. B, facts, second and third, opinion 1 and 4. C, facts, second one, opinion 1, 3, 4. Fact, third and fourth, opinion, first and second. So what is the answer for question number 57? So here the right answer is A. First day covers, they're covered and they never opened. Okay. Then President Roosevelt collected stamps and Sam was Charlie's psychiatrist. Whereas the opinion is Grand Central is growing like a tree. That's opinion. It's growing like a tree. Beautiful simile that is used there by the writer. Okay. Let's go to question number 58. Identify the tone of Pablo Neruda in the following line. So this is from the poem, Keeping Quiet. Perhaps the earth can teach us. Perhaps the earth can teach us. So here, confident and clear about the future events, dramatic about the prediction he made, convinced about the sequence of events to follow, uncertain yet hopeful about the possibility. And the right answer for the question number 58 is perhaps the earth can teach us. Yes, perhaps the earth can teach us. So, perhaps uncertain, but hopeful about the possibility. So, perhaps tells us it's quite uncertain, not convinced or dramatic or confident, uncertain, and yet hopeful about the possibility. So, that's the right answer for 58. 59. Dr. Sadao mutters the word my friend while treating the American prisoner of war. So he says, for every patient, he usually says, my friend. In the light of the circumstances, we can say that this was humorous, climactic, ironical, ominous. So, what is the right answer for this? And yes, it's quite ironical because he's calling his enemy his friend. So though his enemy, he's treating him and calling him his friend. That's quite ironical. Yes, calling the enemy as a friend. That's quite ironical. Yes, that is quite opposite. Friend becoming a actually here foe is becoming a friend. So for every patient he was calling friend, but in reality he was his foe, he was his enemy. And this question is from the story The Enemy. Last question, question number 60. The sight of young trees and merry children on the way to Kochi. So this is from the first poem, My Mother at 66, is dash the poet's aging mother. Like a divine assurance for, in a sharp contrast to a distraction from pain for the bridge between the poet and seer. The sight of young trees, youth, merry children, childhood. So young trees, youth, childhood, and here is dash the poet's aging mother. So it is in sharp contrast to. So childhood, youth, trees, springing trees, and here merry children. So coming out, life full of life, life, yes, full of activities. And here that's in Sharp contrast to the aging mother. So B is the right answer here. Thank you. Goodbye.